This assignment is assigned for third sessional test, paper BD 575, Gender, School and Society. Topic of the assignment: develop a lesson plan and make a short video based on the plan for secondary level students on exposing gender stereotypes. Presented by Monkumar Tamang, enrollment EDB 19011, submitted to Sangamitra Das, Assistant Professor, Tezpur University, Napam. So let's start the presentation. Introductions of the assignment. Stereotypes are like the mental barrier which is set unknowingly in our daily life and in gender issues or roles. It's a common phenomenon that students are also wrapped in the stereotypes. So it is very essential to expose the gender stereotypes. Therefore, this lesson plan is to be prepared by teachers to encourage students to develop their own critical intelligence with regard to culturally inherited stereotypes and to the images presented in the media, film and television, rock music, newspapers and magazines. In this lesson, students take a look at their own assumptions about what it means to be a man and what it means to be a woman. The brainstorming and discussion sessions are meant to encourage them to ask gender-specific questions as a step in the self-reflective process. Students will begin to see how believing in stereotypes can lead to violence towards oneself and others. Objectives of the assignment: discuss characteristics of male and female stereotypes in our society, identify ways in which their own lives have been affected by these stereotypes, identify the aspects of these stereotypes that are related to violence. Teaching learning material required: 2 boxes made of chart paper, 1 mark act like a man and the another mark the lady like. The another materials required is the marker, bulletin board, safety pen, a cutting of chart paper into 2 small pieces and supplied to each students. Sources of the activity: this activity is presented here is entire self-made activity as I was teaching previously in the Mount Sinai English High School, Jupiter English High School and presently tutoring in Motivation Tutor Center, and on monthly basis this experiment is carried out to break all the stereotypes on gender which is built. Introductions of the topic to students. Failing to accept ourselves for who we are can cause enormous problems. Wanting to be muscle-like someone could get us in trouble if our body type doesn't conform to these images. But stereotypes are more subtle than muscles and body weight. Masculine and feminine images that are portrayed in media also project their own psychological messages. As we grow up, our culture influences us through these images, usually without us realizing it. Today we are going to examine what acting like a man and being lady-like means in our society. What are the gender stereotypes and how do these stereotypes affect our relationship with others? These beliefs are so ingrained in our subconsciousness that many of us think that gender roles are natural, so we don't question them. Even if we don't consciously subscribe to them as part of our belief system, our culture bombards us with messages about what it means to be man and women today. In the next classes, we will begin to take a good look at the influences, to step back and see how they affect our sense of self-worth and in many cases, our behavior and our choices. The most important thing to keep in mind as we reflect on this is we do not have to accept the limits of stereotypes. We have the power to decide what makes sense for us. Descriptions or procedure of the activity. The activity is to analyze the stereotypes we built unknowingly. The procedures of the activities are: place the 2 boxes on the table titled Act Like a Man and another box titled The Lady Like. Provide 2 small cuttings of chart paper to each student to write the qualities of the man and on the other paper characteristics of lady on the other paper. Fourth, instruct them to place the paper on the 2 separate boxes. Reflection analysis of the activity. Now arrange the boys and girls in 2 different groups and ask boys to act or do all the activities or quality listed down on the paper from the ladylike box. Ask girl to egg or do all the activities or qualities listed down on the paper from the egg like a man box. Question during the activity. How would you define stereotype? What are some typical examples? Does it means to act like a man? What words or expectations comes to mind? What does it means to be ladylike? What words or expectations do you think of a ladylike? Questions after the activity. Do you think the society has created stereotypes of gender? How is the stereotypes about gender created in family and society? How these gender stereotypes creating violence in society? Do you think the characteristics listed down for girls cannot be done by boys and vice versa? Conclusions of the activity. After the activity, the students are able to analyze the stereotypes created by the society and how we build it without our sense in understanding. With the activity, students are found to be more at ease and clear about the stereotypes we create and leads to gender inequality, violence and discrimination. Thank you.